Hey everyone, welcome back to the Binge Watch with Sids. If you thought this year was winding down, think again. Because the next few months are absolutely loaded with new shows. From epic fantasy worlds and gritty samurai action, to long-awaited finales and a massive sci-fi comeback from one of TV's greatest creators, trust me, you're gonna want to clear your watch list. So, subscribe to my channel and let's jump straight into the 10 biggest and boldest TV series hitting your screen before the year ends. Starting off strong with a legendary tale that's getting a dark and modern makeover, Robin Hood.
Teach those who tread on us. Nothing will keep them safe from vengeance.
This new reimagining isn't the lighthearted story we grew up with. It's raw, gritty, and soaked in rebellion.
We conquered your lands.
Jack Patton takes on the role of Rob Hood, a Saxon rebel who becomes the face of freedom against Norman tyranny. Lauren the Queen plays Marion, a spy among the elite, and Sean Bean, the man who dies in everything, steps in as the ruthless sheriff of Nottingham. Shot entirely in Serbia, the visuals scream cinematic scale. Sweeping forests, muddy battlefields, and a tone that feels more Game of Thrones than Disney. And honestly, I'm glad they're going this route. We've seen enough polished Robin Hood tales. This one looks like it's finally doing justice to the brutality and courage behind the legend. Next up is The Beast in Me.
Why are you here?
Did you kill her?
What do you think?
The whole world thinks they know what happened.
But I didn't kill my wife.
A psychological slow burn that feels like a classic prestige thriller. Claire Danes and Matthew Rhys star in this one.
Jarvis moved in down the street from me. Maybe my next book should be about him.
And from the first look, it's clear we're in for something tense and beautifully unsettling. The story follows a grieving author whose quiet suburban life unravels after she meets her mysterious new neighbor, a notorious tycoon and possible killer. It's written by Gabe Rotter, with Homeland's Howard Gordon serving as showrunner, which explains the razor-sharp tension. Every scene oozes unease, whispered conversations, lingering shots, that creeping dread you can't shake off. Honestly, this feels like the kind of psychological mystery Netflix has been missing lately. Intimate, mature, and chilling without relying on cheap scares. Last Samurai Standing, now this one, I am so hyped for. Last Samurai Standing looks like a total knockout. Imagine Squid Game meeting Shogun, but set in the Meiji era of Japan. Hundreds of samurai enter a deadly contest at a Kyoto temple, all fighting for 100 billion yen and their honor. Junichi Okada not only stars as the conflicted warrior Shujiro Saga, but also choreographed the sword fights himself. From what I've seen, the cinematography is stunning. Foggy mountains, ritual duels, and some of the most elegant yet brutal fight choreography I've seen in years. It's 6 episodes of pure intensity, no filler. As someone who grew up obsessed with Rurouni Kenshin and Kurosawa classics, this series looks like a dream come true. For all my gamers out there, yeah, it's finally happening. Splinter Cell Deathwatch is real.
Been too long, Sam Fisher.
Liev Schreiber voices Sam Fisher, the iconic stealth operative, in this anime-style adaptation of Ubisoft's hit game series.
We don't have much time. McKenna has intel we can't afford to lose.
And the tone? Pure John Wick energy. Because the show's being run by Derek Kolstad, the guy behind Wick himself. It's got that slick noir aesthetic. Dark cityscapes, rain-soaked alleys, glowing night vision lenses. All animated beautifully by Sun Creature Studios. As someone who played the Splinter Cell games for hours, I'm crossing my fingers this one nails that stealth action intensity. If it lands, it could easily become Netflix's next big action franchise. Okay, Western fans, this one's for you. The Abandons comes from Kurt Sutter, the mastermind behind Sons of Anarchy, and it looks absolutely brutal. Set in 1850s Oregon, it follows Fiona Nolan, played by Lena Headey, a devout but ruthless woman trying to protect her adopted family of orphans from powerful landowners. Gillian Anderson plays the aristocrat standing in her way, and their on-screen clash looks electric. Sutter has always had a gift for moral chaos. His characters live in the gray area between justice and revenge, and The Abandons looks like that, but with 6 shooters and mud. The trailer teases sweeping landscapes, blood-soaked conflicts, and that raw emotional edge that defines Sons of Anarchy. I'm calling it now, this might be Netflix's next great Western saga. It's been over a decade since we last stepped into the arena, but Spartacus, House of Asher is bringing back the blood and betrayal.
You have been granted. It's the sands of the arena.
This limited series imagines an alternate history where Asher survived and now owns the very gladiator school that once enslaved him.
Greatest of honor.
Nick E. Terabay returns to the role, and it's clear from the teaser, this man hasn't softened. The show promises Roman politics, twisted alliances, and, of course, some of the goriest fight scenes TV can deliver. With Spartacus creator Stephen DeKnight back on board, this one feels like a proper continuation, not a cash grab. The tone, the power plays, the visual style, everything screams classic Spartacus energy. Stranger Things Season 5.
If he comes through again, this town doesn't survive.
Then we don't let him come through.
You knew this was coming. Stranger Things is finally closing the book. The 5th and final season picks up in the fall of 1987.
He's waking up, and he remembers all of us.
As Hawkins faces its biggest threat yet. Vecna is back, Eleven's being hunted, and the Upside Down is bleeding into reality. Volume 1 drops November 26th, with the finale landing on New Year's Eve, which means we'll literally be ending 2025 inside the Upside Down. I've been following this show since day one, and it's wild to think it's all coming full circle. Expect heartbreak, nostalgia, and at least one jaw-dropping finale moment we'll be talking about for weeks. This is the end of an era. Alright, technically this one's early next year, but come on, it's Game of Thrones, we're counting it.
I was squire to Sir Arlen of Pennytree since I was a boy.
Charged me to be a good knight.
To defend the weak and the innocent.
A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms takes place 90 years before the original series, following Sir Duncan the Tall and his young squire, Egg, who just happens to be a Targaryen prince.
Are you Baelor Targaryen?
This show promises everything we loved about early Thrones: chivalry, betrayal, and that heavy dose of moral complexity. The trailer looks phenomenal. Lavish sets, gritty tournament battles, and that haunting Westerosi atmosphere we've all missed. I've got a feeling this one's going to bring back the old Thrones magic fans have been craving. Okay, now we're entering masterpiece potential territory. Pluribus marks the return of Vince Gilligan.
Is there anything we could do to cheer you up?
The genius behind Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. This time, he's venturing into sci-fi for the first time. Ray Seahorn stars as a woman mysteriously immune to a virus that makes the rest of humanity unnaturally happy and obedient. The trailers are cryptic, full of eerie visuals, hidden symbols, and haunting music. I'm fascinated by this premise. It's sci-fi, but with that emotional depth Gilligan is known for. If he pulls this off, Pluribus could redefine what prestige sci-fi looks like on TV. And finally, my top pick. The Vince Staples Show is back.
You know what? I ain't even think about all the responsibility you got.
And it's even wilder than before. Season 2 takes Vince's surreal comedy to another level. It's funny, awkward, brutally honest, and deeply self-aware.
I'm sure there's a lot of stress on you. First, the swap meet situation.
One episode might have you laughing at absurd scenarios, and the next might hit you with something surprisingly heartfelt. It's unpredictable, fresh, and fearless. Kind of like Atlanta meets Dave, but but with Vince's unique tone and sense of humor. If you want something that doesn't play by the rules, this is it. Easily one of Netflix's most creative shows this year. And that wraps up the list. 10 incredible shows that are about to dominate your screen. From epic fantasy to hard-hitting thrillers, 2025's closing months are looking insane. Which one are you most excited for? Drop it in the comments below. I'm honestly torn between Pluribus and Stranger Things. Make sure to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because we've got even bigger lists coming your way soon. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.